heard that you're responsible for the likes of Nas, Akinelli, Papoose. That's the you brought them all into the game.
Well, you know what? But Papoose was sort of linked up with Dr. Period as well, and I kind of linked with Papoose, like when him and Dr. Period was already working on doing some things. But of course, when I met him and we started running around, I try to put a hand into getting them out there as well. So it was him, Jinx the Juvie, my boy Ike for Diamonds, which nobody ever heard of because he never continued to do anything. You know what I'm saying? But Jinx the Juvie, I actually got signed to Def Jam Records. Um, his thing ain't dropped because he was a young kid and he was still heavily influenced by, activities in the hood and all that, and it was hard to talk to him then, you know what I mean? And he ended up getting caught up in a situation where he doing like 25 to some wild
That's
amount of years
unfortunate.
now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate because he was. There was a lot of promise with him. Um, I got him signed just spitting a acapella in front of Leo and Kevin Lyles, and no tape on him, no nothing. I just had, and they couldn't believe what was coming out. This young looking kid, cause he looked young too. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They couldn't believe it, and I think part of the reason why they signed him too, like instantly, because years prior I had brought Nas to them, the same cast,
Yeah.
Leo and Kevin Lyles, and they was like, yo, he sound just like a Kool G Rap. I'm like, yeah, he do, but he got his own flavor, he got his own identity. Yeah, I get it with the similarities and all that. So when Nas came out and he did what he did, I'm sure they remembered, like, that's the kid G Rap brought to us. So they wasn't gonna pass up on the next young cat that I brought to him that sound like he had some fire in him.
So Leo passed up on Nas?
And Kevin Lyles.
Wow. That I know they kick themselves and stomp their toe about that every day.
Yeah.
That's amazing right there.
They had first dibs on him way before Columbia.
That's unfortunate for them.
Yes, sir. I mean, they end up signing them the Def Jam later. Not them per se, but Jay-Z signed them the Def Jam. So he ended up coming out on did he come out on that? On the Def Jam imprint?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did,
Yeah,
right?
he did.
Yeah. So
He did.
he did end up coming out on the Def Jam imprint, but
That's when
they
Jay-Z
couldn't
had
have him
took over.
earlier.
Yeah, that was much later when Jay had took over.
Right.
You know. So, speaking of Jay, you did music with Jay?
Never did nothing with Jay.
Yeah, because that's
Other than live on stage with the Roots one time.
I have searched for that, and I'm saying, I haven't heard you do music with Jay, and I can't find anything with you and Rakim.
There is something with me and Rakim. It was it G Dep? I think it was G Dep.
Oh yeah,
G
okay,
Dep
I got it.
album. Yeah,
Oh, okay, copy. Gotta find that.
but it only happened because of G Dep. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying? Doing the track and call for both of us to be on the track. You know what I mean?
is it a reason why you and him haven't worked together? Because that's like,
Nah, me and Rod we was recently, like this year, sometime this year.
mm,
It was either late last year, so it's probably getting around to being about a year now. But it was either late last year or this year. We was just talking about doing something. It got busy on my side, and I know it got busy on his side because he ended up dropping the album this year. You know what I mean? And I went into a new situation this year.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think our schedules just conflicted, but we was just recently speaking about getting together and doing something.
Imagine a project with you, Kane, and Rakim. Oh man, that would be like
A longer way.
yeah, that would be to this day one of the most amazing. Hopefully that be a thought you guys had, but that would be one of the most amazing things during COVID era. We had got hit with something that we enjoyed, you know, like everybody was home and we started watching this Versus thing, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, it was like bringing back everybody from back in the days. It felt so good, you know, and you know, where
And Kane started that.
oh yeah, that had started through you and Kane.
Me and
Okay.
Kane did something like, what was it, 2016? We did a show out here in PA at a theater. Like this theater's just like maybe 30 something seats less than the Apollo Theater. And we did something there called the Showdown. And it was like he do a record, I do a record. He do a couple of records, I do a couple of records.
Wow, I wish I was there.
And we was acting like, you know, as if it was we was, you know, going at each other like battling, but no, we wasn't really.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, that, oh man, I wish I was there. I know that was amazing. And that's what Versus basically was.
Because there was no Versus before that.
Yeah, you know. How did you overall feel about what they came out with?
I just felt like maybe they, you know, they see. I'm like, yo, they had to see that thing, but
yeah, of course.
And it just sparked the idea. But it's not like I could have wrote the patent for this shit or something.
Mm-hmm.